Yeah, I think we are live. So let me just test it out. Just give me 1 second. His audio is better or not? His audio is perfect. If anyone viewing, can you just check? I'm not able to see if anyone is online or watching this stream. Can you confirm you are like listening my voice? Yeah, I think it is. It is just give me 1 second. Yeah, I think it is. I'm not able to see if yeah. Anyone is online. Yes, it is pretty much working out. So hi everyone. So this is like after 2 weeks, and I know I like tell you like I will be a regular, but sadly I'm not. I'm trying to be, and my goal is yeah it is I know I just thinking of constantly creating a video more regular on this channel, doing a weekly one live stream like this one, and also hoping to say 18 videos in a month, 3 videos in a week. Eventually, this will be goal, and that will be completed. I feel in the coming 3 months. So I'm just targeting 3 months so that I can be more consistent and I'm producing a more content on this channel. So and I even hired a video editor so that I will become more punctual. So hope how are you? How's your bubble weeks is going on? So let me talk about mine. So it is normal. Like my main focus is building product, and I think I'm going into that direction only. So this week I was working on a two basically product. Let me hope that will be eventually become a good product. So, and one more thing is I'm revamping my website. So if you are on my Twitter and if you following me, you must have see the designs that we approved for the final version of that my website, and I'm going to be build that into the no code tools using a no code tools. So if you have any feedback or something like that, do follow my Twitter channel, and where I have listed the designs of my like a website. And if you have any feedback on designs, do share with me. I'm happy to like talk in detail about that. So let's start. So how's your bubble weeks going on? Are you what exactly you are building? Do comment out if anyone is watching out, and if you're facing any issue into the bubble, let's talk about it. And yeah, even you can post it into my, if you're watching after like live stream is done, you can even comment it out your bubble query, and also mail me at ankur@nocodetalks.co or tweet me at nocodetalks, so that I got to know, okay, you have a problem and I can easily provide a solution for you. So let's start. Let me share my screen. I hope you are able to see my screen and the bubble forum. Let me start from the beginning. Oh, sorry. Yes. Okay, so let's start. The first question is, and yeah, one more question, one more like a thing before even diving into. Now I have worked on a lot of on the new responsive editor, and that become my favorite tool. So if you have any question related to new responsive editor, do post here. I will happy to answer them. How to password? So the let's start. The first question is how to password lock a simple collateral content section. Okay, I have a content that I want to end user to consume after they have completed a task. Okay, the password will be confirmation that they have completed the task. Otherwise, I want the, yeah, that is pretty easy. That is pretty easy. Just so First of all, figure out how you want to give a like a password. Is it automatic password or there one unique password that they need to like write it on the content? And in your bubble editor, let me just show you some bubble editor. And also, I figured out eventually it's better to show them the live example rather than just a talking. I just feel like it's better if I just show the real example. Let me do simple bubble hours. Let me show you how exactly you can do it. So that I also implement. No, okay, okay. So the best thing is, so for example, this is the text you want to show, and this is let me just Lorium Epson. Let me just copy paste the Lorium Epson generator. Let me do this one. Yeah, that's it. So for example, this content you want to gray out once this content is grayed out. So how exactly you can do is you can do one way of doing it instead of a grayed out. You can so grayed out you can figure out whatever you just want to put an image over that or a group over that or a simple like me. Just keep the invisible. So that is the drawback of that particular is like anyone can inspect it, but that is different altogether different question, different problem. But we will solving it. So what you can do is just put an input, simple input, and that the button. Or you can do is simply put a condition here. What is the this input? Input A value is equal to is for example I am giving a password bubble hours. Bubble hours. Simple. Okay, I think it is taking that is as a so this will be a for example bubble only. And then the text not text font color will be changed. It changed to the whatever you just want to keep so that it's visible. So let me just preview it. So for example, nothing is seen, nothing. Let me just write it down. For example, that is a hide it. Whenever you type a password, it will be visible. This is a some simple trick of doing that, solving that question. So this is how you can do. Let's move to the next one. Oh, just give me 1 second. Okay, the let's move to the next video button for yes or no. This is a long thread. I think way back thread. So we'll leave it. Convert a list of options to text. Okay. So what is the question? I cannot figure out how to convert a field type option set fill with a list. I cannot figure out how to convert a field type option set fill with a list to a static text. I'm not able to figure out what is the question is. If anyone is watching here and they are able to figure out, can you simplify for me? I cannot figure out how to convert a field type option set fill with a list to a static text. Not able to figure out. If there is anyone who can, then please do. And whoever is watching the stream, do like the stream and comment it out if you have any question. Calculate day equal to next month equal on 15th. Though. Hello, I want to calculate a due date for invoice where the due date always the first 15th of the following month. Okay, so I am how to do that calculation part, but how to go about telling it to be the 15th of that month. It's pretty simple. You can just check the current date of that. So you can run that scheduler, daily scheduler. or like scheduler on the 15th. So for example, you just go here and for example, as an admin, you can set up, for example, user logged in and then set up a like a backend. So I have not. Okay. This is, I think, not a paid app. That's why it is not allowed to. Let me check. Yeah. So here, just create a custom API workflow. That's it, and that will call when current date is only when current date and time day. That's it. So and always do that to the like is 15. That's it. So this will eventually call only on the 15th, and that's how you got to know. That's it. This is the query that you need to use. Let's move to the next one. Okay, this is okay. Extraction. Overlap with the data extraction. I want to build a simple, very simple one page no code app for the data entry. The app will use to store data in the database with an option to extract the data as a JSON file. Okay. Okay, his query is he just want to build a one no code app for the data entry. Whatever the entry into the that would go to the database, and there option to and you can download that data as an JSON file. So there is a one plugin is there. So that is normal. You will build a like a your input form, and that you connect with that create a new things with the database, and there should be one admin sort of button. When you click over it, that will convert that database into that JSON. So there is a quickly two or three way. By default, you have a download as a CSV file option that you can download and convert into the JSON by like manually, if it is that's the only like one time task or two time task. But there is a one plugin is out there that will convert the database into the JSON. So that will be easy. So the next one is okay, atomic fusion. Okay. So that's like also if you into bubble development, I have not purchased this plugin particularly, Chrome extension Atomic Fusion. Do check it out. It's a very easy. So you can even host your logic there and host your designs and see the what other people are posting and you can use them, and it's completely free using. And there's a one-time fees of like $79 per month per year. Sorry. So move to the next one. Need help with the printing with the thermal printer. Okay. Okay, so whenever you face this sort of so what is the question? You need help with the printing receipt with the thermal printer. So the best thing of doing it rather than using any plugin or something like that, whatever the quality, whatever the company printer you are using, check out is there an API is available, or check out like what is the way of integrating that printer with that any website rather than Bubble. So that will help you rather than because finding a particular plugin for a particular printer, it's quite not I don't find it very reliable. Basically you end up purchasing a lot of plugin and will not able to solve anything. Okay, so I could easily use a close button. Okay, that's interesting. So this guy is proposing one close button into that debugger. So there is not a single close button is there, and sometimes you don't want it. So what I normally do is instead of debug mode is equal to true, I just make it debug mode is equal to false, and that sort of gone. So you're just asking it, if it is usable, if we give it. I didn't find it usable. Let's move to. So he has some confusion with the creator thing. Okay, I am building a simple timer feature on my app. Okay. Okay, so the question is, you just want, so there's a two button is there, start and stop. When someone click the start button, the current time should be stored into the DB, and when the stop button is there, uh, it should stop timestamp that time also, and minus the end time with the current start time, and calculate the shift time, and at the end of the day calculate sum all the data. But the issue is stop time is not stamping the current time. So I don't think there is an issue. I have an issue with that their DB structure. So instead of a number, yeah, date is there. Yeah, that's a good. But I don't know why there is stop button. So that will be some glitch from the bubble. I'm 100% sure because normally current time is. So if you just timestamp the current time, that's enough. And but just the important thing is whenever you are dealing with any date or some such sort of a like a thing, always stamp the UTC time rather than the user current time zone, so that you always have a right values in your DB, and store data as a date, not as a like a text or something like that. So you can make a calculation over that. Okay, so this question is, hello, I have a repeating group with input inside each row. Okay, I want to have a button outside the repeating group to save all the input in the different time at once. Something like this. I have been at the several hours and cannot seem to find out. Okay, that's like a pretty common question these days. So what they have is they have for example any database, and they just want to update the existing data, or what they have is like empty data and they eventually wants to add that data. So the best thing is for this sort of a thing, create a button outside of the repeating group as this guy has suggested, right? And always bind the data. That's the one way of doing binding. Second is way of doing is make change of list of things. And so let me just show you. I think that will be best rather than just talking. So go to our what was it? Bubble hours. Yeah, this one. Just remove that. Just remove that. So what you can do is repeating group. I'm just not adding any data or something like that. Or I should. I think I should have to. For example, user there do search for the user. That's it. Now you have a button outside of that. Button should be here. So what you can do, just go to your database. Sorry, your workflow. Make changes to list of thing. Choose the list of thing. What is the user, and that should be a repeating user list of user. That's it. And now just choose the value. So for example, thumbnail is there. So this should be okay. I just need to add that value, otherwise image should be there. Okay, why it is not going inside that? Yeah, it is inside the okay. So what we have to do is uh, current user thumbnail. That's it. Now here into that thumbnail, image. Yeah, we have to do is repeating user, list of user, item that is the current cell. Okay, so it should be something like that. It's quite easy. I know. It's missing something. The index is not appearing here. Ah, because that is outside of that. Oh, that's why. That's why it is not showing. So rather than you can do something like that. You can make a run a loop over the things, and it should be repeating. So that you can do one way of is the binding thing is here. Yeah, that is the way I think. I just need to look up. That's I think good thing. So I need to look into deeper. So I will do that. Let's move to the next question. I'm just storing it for reference. Next question is bubble Slack. What is a bubble Slack? Okay. I just check a Slack domain for a bubble to try out a live version. Okay, this is something old, very old thing. He shared one tip. So what is tip? Floating group sticky mobile menu fix and browser compatibility. I was having a issue with on some mobile browser with using Floating. Okay, so that is a thing. So do read out, and I'm also started. I also started a one newsletter that will have a link of all these tips and tricks and what is happening in the bubble community. That's called a bubble weekly. So you can go on to my twitter twitter profile and subscribe to my the newsletter. Today I think was the like a first issue that I published. Okay, now move to the okay. When I log in, I enter my email and password, but even if I can enter the password automatically, the email is not automatically entered. What automatically? Then after checking the clicking the okay that that okay. So I think he's talking about that. Normally, that mobile phones popped out for the automatically fill this password and save password and regularly in the Google and Android phones. So Bubble basically don't do that natively, but there will be some other way of doing it. I don't know what, but should be a, and there will be a like other options also there for that. I'm definitely sure. Some code way of handling like when that pop-up is come and all. So there will be a some you can say there will be some way. Okay, rookie question. What is rookie? Okay, uh, the problem is solved. That's why I just closed it. Okay, so the next question is, this is all question. Resizable panel or resizable group for web apps. Is Bubble going to add some sort of functionality for the user to resize? I think this would be real.
Hey, I'm Hunter from ScoThrive, and in this video about React Split. Page
Resizable panels
import.
and groups are auto by default in the new responsive editor. I think we have to see the video and then figure out what exactly he's saying. To leave for now. Okay. Having problem with the DNS. Reviewed all the posts. I have a domain, the GoDaddy, which is hosted in another hosting server. Okay. I have website in this domain, so the app created in the bubble needs to be registered as subdomain. Okay. I have registered my app subdomain. So all the DNS related issue should you reach out to the bubble support. Only the bubble support can handle it. But what you can do is double check everything at your side. Okay. Okay. You plug in Google direction API. Okay. So I have been successful with the several API through my trial and error, but this one seems to be basically try to pass a list of site to the API, including the address you have the auto and then send back. I don't know what. Not clear. I'm not able to understand the question. Sometimes load the static state. Sometimes can't do anything in that scenario, but you can if you are like dependent on the custom state, then you can use other way. Nave URL, nave URL, basically URL to the parameter database or something like that. And can't say really about the custom state, but yeah, one way of checking it, your do you really have a like a custom state value slice or not? That is essentially learn. Just inspect your page, go to network, use the dynamic JS. Oh, here is not coming out. Why? I just need to refresh that. Yeah, this dynamic JS. Now search for like your custom state key and see if it is initialized or not. And you can even see okay what is the issue, what is the value, and everything. Move to the next question. Remove Facebook SEO meta tag entirely. Okay. I think you cannot do that completely, but you can put your metadata and that will overlay them. Yeah, I think that's it for today. Uh, that's it for today. If you have any question, any doubt, or something like that, so you can ask me. Or like if you have any doubt, you can even mail me after this stream or something like that. So it's good. Okay, bye bye. Take care.